Imagine a country in Europe that most Americans can't find on a map. Population smaller than Los Angeles. No history of building supercars. No world speed records. No name in the automotive world at all. And then, in 2025, that same country produces the fastest production car ever built on the face of the earth. How is that even possible? This is not a fairy tale. This is the story of one man who decided, at 19 years old, to build an electric supercar in his parents' garage. No money, no connections, no experience, just one completely insane idea. His name is Mate Rimac, and what he did next changed the entire automotive industry forever. In 2007, Mate was 19 years old. He lived in Zagreb, the capital of Croatia, and loved cars the way only real fanatics do. Not just looking at them, taking them apart, understanding them, rebuilding them. He owned an old 1984 BMW 3 Series. The engine blew up during a race. Most people would simply buy another car. Instead, Mate asked himself one question. What if I put an electric motor in there? In 2007, that sounded insane. Tesla had just launched its first roadster and hadn't proven anything to anyone yet. In people's minds, an electric car was a slow, boring box for people who wanted to save money on gas. Mate didn't care. He started building. At night, after school, in his parents' garage, with a tiny budget and maximum stubbornness. A few months later, his BMW, old, rough, with a beaten-up body, was accelerating faster than most sports cars on the road. He took it to a drag race and destroyed everyone. People stared at this car and couldn't understand what was happening. An old BMW beating a Porsche? Beating a Ferrari? How? Through electricity. After that, Mate realized one thing. He didn't want to rebuild other people's cars. He wanted to build his own, from scratch, the best in the world. In 2009, at the age of 21, he founded Rimac Automobili. No investors, no office, no team. Just him, a few friends, and a garage. The first years were survival. Rimac made money by developing electric components for other car manufacturers. Not the most glamorous work, but it gave the company knowledge that no amount of money could buy. A mastery of electric powertrains that nobody else in the world had. While Ferrari was perfecting the V12, while Bugatti was building the W16, Rimac in Little Zagreb was quietly becoming the best in the world at the thing everyone else considered secondary. In 2011, Mate unveiled the Concept 1 at the Frankfurt Motor Show. The press didn't know what to make of it. A Croatian electric hypercar? Seriously? Where did this company even come from? But the numbers spoke for themselves. 1,088 horsepower, 4 electric motors, 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.5 seconds. In 2011, that was faster than the Bugatti Veyron. Mate Rimac, at 23 years old, built a car faster than Bugatti, in Croatia, in a garage. The automotive world started paying attention. Then something happened that nobody expected. Porsche called Rimac, not to buy the company, not to look at the car. They wanted a partnership. They wanted the technology. One of the most prestigious automotive companies in the world, with decades of history and billions in resources, came to a 23-year-old from Croatia for knowledge. This is the moment when the story stops being just a success story. This is the moment you realize something fundamental has shifted in this industry. Porsche invested in Rimac. Then again. Then Hyundai joined. Then Goldman Sachs. And then the most unbelievable thing happened. Bugatti, the very same Bugatti that young Mate had outrun in his homemade electric BMW, merged with Rimac. Not acquired. Merged. As equals. Today, mate Rimac leads Bugatti Rimac, the company that controls two of the most legendary names in the hypercar world. He is 36 years old. But all of that is backstory, because in 2024, Rimac revealed what the entire journey was building toward. The Nevera R. Not just a fast car, not just an expensive car, the fastest production car that has ever existed, setting 24 verified performance world records in 2025 alone. Rimac Newsroom, 4 electric motors, 2,107 horsepower, a torque vectoring system that redistributes power between each individual wheel over 100 times per second, faster than any human can physically react to what's happening. 0 to 60 miles per hour, 1.74 seconds. Top speed, 256 miles per hour. Motor1.com. Read that again, 1.74 seconds. For context, when you blink, it takes between 0.1 and 0.4 seconds. By the time you've blinked twice, the Nevera R is already traveling at 60 miles per hour. No combustion engine in the history of mankind has done that faster. Not one. Price, approximately $2.5 to $3 million. Total units produced, 40. High consumption, 40 cars for the entire world. This means the Nevera R is rare, not because a marketing department decided so, but because Rimac physically does not build cars on an assembly line. Every single car is handcrafted. Everyone is unique. The buyer list was filled within days of the private announcement. Rimac Newsroom. If you're not on it right now, you cannot get this car for any amount of money. Here is what strikes hardest about this entire story. Mate Rimac didn't start with money. He didn't start with connections. He didn't graduate from MIT or work at Ferrari before founding his company. He started with a dead BMW and one question: what if? What if electricity could be faster than gasoline? What if a tiny country could build the best car in the world? What if one person with the right idea could change an entire industry? The answer to all 3 questions is yes, and the Nevera R is the physical proof of that answer. $2.5 million worth of carbon fiber, electric power, and Croatian stubbornness. The story of Rimac is not a story about cars. It's a story about what happens when a person refuses to accept the limits the world tries to impose on them. Mate could have stopped at the converted BMW, could have stopped at the Concept 1, could have sold the company to Porsche and retired as a millionaire at 30. He didn't stop. Today, the Nevera has broken more than 50 world records and fundamentally shifted the benchmarks for the entire automotive industry. Rimac Newsroom, built by a team that had never made a car before, in a country with no automotive industry, with virtually no money. And that is exactly who made the fastest car on Earth. If this story hit different, you know what to do. Subscribe, because the next video is going to show you exactly how the Nevera R physically destroys every speed record that has ever existed. One by one, with numbers, physics, and proof. See you there.